All right, we are back with part number 2 of what would happen if the 10 greatest players were drafted in today's NBA. If you guys haven't seen part number 1, I'd recommend going to watch that. But pretty much what we did is we took the rookie versions of the 10 greatest players in NBA history and drafted them into the upcoming NBA draft. And then we're just simulating through their careers to see how they would play in today's NBA. Just a little recap of how everybody's doing, what teams they're on. Michael Jordan is on the Bucks. He's up to a 96. We got Shaq on the Bulls. Tim Duncan on the Cavs. We got Kobe Bryant on the Grizzlies. Larry Bird on the Hawks. LeBron James on the Hornets. Magic Johnson on the Sacramento Kings. Kareem on the Mavericks. We got Wilt Chamberlain on the Pelicans, who isn't doing too hot. He's an 84 overall. And then finally, we got Bill Russell on the Trailblazers, who's doing the worst out of all the players. He's a 78 overall. And we're heading into our 4th season now. So heading into the 4th season, no one's won a championship out of all our players yet. And also, no one has won MVP. So let's see if that will change in today's video. Let's just get right into the simulation. So we finally have one of our all-time players winning MVP. We got Magic Johnson, and he had a crazy good season. 34.6 points per game, 7.7 rebounds, and a 13.1 assists. He also got 2.2 steals. So Magic Johnson doing super good this game. Rookie of the year doesn't matter. 6th man goes to LaMelo. Shaq ends up getting a defensive player of the year. And he actually won it in his 3rd season as well. So back-to-back a defensive player of the year for Shaq here. And Brad Stevens is going to get coach of the year. I believe he's still coaching on the Celtics. Going over to our all-NBA teams, we got Magic Johnson, LeBron, and Kareem all making it on the 1st team. 2nd team, we got Jordan and Tim Duncan. And then on the 3rd team, we don't have any of our players. Heading over to the all-defensive 1st team now, we got Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, and Shaq all making the 1st team. And on the 2nd team, we got Magic Johnson and LeBron James. Checking out our league standings, we got Wilt Chamberlain and the New Orleans Pelicans getting the 1st seed in the West. Wilt Chamberlain, actually, I don't even think he is starting for the team, which is kind of funny. We got Kobe and the Grizzlies with the 3rd seed. And then Magic and the Kings with the 7th seed. And Kareem and the Mavericks with the 8th seed in the playoffs. Heading over to the East, we got Larry Bird and the Hawks with the 2nd seed in the East. Shaq and the Bulls with the 3rd seed. We got MJ and the Bucks with the 4th seed. LeBron and the Hornets with the 5th seed. And I believe our only player that didn't make playoffs this year is going to be Bill Russell and the Trailblazers. And he actually isn't starting for the Trailblazers either. Let's see if any of our players can move on to the 2nd round of the playoffs. So we got a few players moving on right here. We got Wilt Chamberlain on the Pelicans. We got Kobe moving on. We got Michael Jordan moving on. And we got Larry Bird moving on. Let's simulate another round here and see if more of our players can move on to the conference finals. So in the West, we got 2 players. We got Wilt Chamberlain facing off against Kobe Bryant. And in the East, unfortunately, Michael Jordan has been eliminated, but we do have Larry Bird making it to the conference finals. So no matter what, we will have at least one of our all-time players making the NBA finals. The Grizzlies have been eliminated and the Celtics have been eliminated. So in the NBA finals, we got Wilt Chamberlain facing off against Larry Bird and the Hawks. So the Hawks taking a 2-0 lead to start this off. And the Hawks now with a 3-0 lead. They might get the sweep against the Pelicans, of course. Larry Bird on the Hawks. And we got Wilt on the Pelicans, but Wilt actually has not been playing much this season at all. And the Hawks are going to win game number 4 quite easily right here. They get the easy 4-0 sweep in the NBA Finals. And let's see if Larry Bird ends up getting Finals MVP. Here's Larry Bird with the ball right now. And he's just going to hold the ball till the clock runs down. And Larry Bird is our first player to win an NBA championship. There he is, not holding up the trophy himself. And Larry Bird gets Finals MVP. Finally, we got one of our players winning right there. Checking out the box score, Larry Bird with 32 and 14 in this final game, so doing very well right there. And of course, Trae Young still on the team as well. And Larry Bird up to a 96 overall, of course, with that finals MVP, averaged 24 points per game and 10 rebounds. So averaging the double-double in the finals there. And he also shot amazing from the three-point line. Let's head into our next season. Heading into our 5th season, Michael Jordan hitting a 99 overall with Giannis on the team. They're still pretty young, and they could have a championship in the near future. We got Shaq up to a 98. He is so close to that 99 as well. Tim Duncan's a 95. Kobe Bryant is a 95. Larry Bird's a 96. LeBron James is also a 99 overall as well. Magic Johnson's a 97. Kareem is a 98, so he's one off making that 99. Wilt Chamberlain is an 85. I believe he went up one overall, or he just stayed the same, but he's not doing too well. And then Bill Russell is a 79 overall, and he's actually a free agent right now. So the NBA, today's NBA, not doing so good for Bill Russell right now. He was a late draft pick, and he does have that A+ potential, which is weird that he's not doing so well. But some of the older guys not doing as good in today's NBA. Okay, so last season I forgot to show the All-Star teams, but last season Magic Johnson was an All-Star captain. And then this year he's an All-Star captain yet again, along with Michael Jordan. LeBron is a starter this year as well as the year before. Kareem made the All-Star game both years. Larry Bird made the All-Star game both years. And then Kobe Bryant making the All-Star game this year. He didn't last year, but Tim Duncan was actually there instead of him last year. So I'll try to keep you guys updated on these All-Star games. I accidentally skipped right over it last season. I also forgot to check stats in the 4th season of simulation. I haven't recorded these for a while. But league leaders, Magic Johnson did lead the league in points per game with 34.6. Assists per game went to Magic Johnson as well with 13.1 assists per game. So he led in both points and assists. Steals ended up going to Tyreke Evans. He got 5 steals a game. So that's the first time. So Michael Jordan didn't win it for a 3rd time in a row. Blocks per game ends up going to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar last season. And Magic also played 41 minutes a game. Those are the league leaders of last year. We got a few of our players up in there, mostly Magic Johnson. And at the end of the 4th season, Michael Jordan is going to get his first MVP, averaging 34.3 points per game and 8 assists, as well as 6 rebounds. Shaquille O'Neal ends up getting Defensive Player of the Year for the 3rd season in a row. It's weird that Shaq keeps winning Defensive Player of the Year, but he cannot get on the All-Star team. Going over to our All-NBA first team, we got Jordan, Magic, and Kareem all making it. On the 2nd team, we got LeBron James. AD still playing for the Lakers as well. 3rd team, we got Kobe Bryant. And then our all-defensive first team, we got Jordan, Magic, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. So 4 of the 5 defensive first teams were our all-time players. And then on the 2nd team, we got LeBron James and Kareem. Checking out our standings, we got Larry Bird and the Hawks near the top as well, this time with the 2nd seed, just like they had last season. And they did end up winning with the 2nd seed last season. MJ and the Bucks with 55 wins. We got LeBron James right behind them. And then Shaq and the Bulls doing very poor this season, only getting 35 wins, not making the playoffs. In the West, we got Kobe Bryant and the Grizzlies on top with 62 wins. Wilt Chamberlain making playoffs yet again. He's gone up a few overalls, but I'm not sure if he is starting for the Pelicans. And then we got Magic and the Kings barely making playoffs here. And I'm not sure if Bill Russell is on a team yet. So Bill Russell just didn't get picked up by a team this NBA season. I don't know if he's going to end up playing anymore. I mean, he did decently last season, 5.7 points, which isn't too good, but he was pulling 9.6 boards a game, which is very good. Going over to our stats, Michael Jordan going to be our scoring leader with Magic Johnson right behind him. Jordan with 34, Magic with 32. Kobe came in at 5th with 30 points. Kareem's up there as well. and LeBron was 11. Going over to rebounds per game, Kareem is going to be our rebounding leader this season with 16.8 rebounds per game. Tim Duncan and Shaq coming in at 14 and 15. Assists per game ends up going to Lonzo Ball. Magic Johnson right behind him with 12.6. Steals per game, Michael Jordan getting his title back for steals leader. Magic was right behind him as well. And then block leader is actually going to be a tie between Kareem and Shaquille O'Neal. 2.6 blocks per game per player. And then Kareem is going to be our block leader with Shaq right behind him. They average the same amount per game, but I'm guessing in total, it slightly went to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, if we go to total rebounds, Kareem had quite a bit more than Shaq. After the first round of the playoffs, we actually have quite a bit of our players make it to the second round. We got LeBron and the Hornets, Larry and the Hawks, Michael and the Bucks, Kobe and the Grizzlies, and Wilt and the Pelicans. There's a 100% chance that one of our players is going to make it to the conference finals, just whether it's just who is going to end up making it. Okay, so a huge upset in the West here. Kobe actually losing to Wilt Chamberlain. And then in the East, Larry Bird beating out Michael Jordan, and LeBron is going to lose. Let's see if any of our teams can make it to the NBA Finals, and the Atlanta Hawks and Larry Bird making it there, as well as Wilt Chamberlain and the Pelicans. I believe this was our finals matchup last season as well. Let's see how this goes. So the Pelicans with a 2-0 lead, and the Pelicans now take a 3-0 lead. Let's see if they're going to be your NBA champs. And with a minute left in this game, the Hawks with a 4-point lead. They're trying to come back here down to 3-0. Zion inside with an easy dunk. Now the Hawks with the ball, of course. Larry Bird on the Hawks. Wilt in the game for the Pelicans right now. Trae Young getting inside, but good defense right there. Pelicans on offense to Zion, down low, and Zion with a big dunk to tie the game. I'm assuming he's not winning Finals MVP. Here's Larry Bird in the post to Trae Young from 3, and that's good. So let's see if the Pelicans can come back here. They're down by 3 points. A three-pointer would be huge. Inside, though, for the dunk. Down by 1. They're going to have to foul here. And it looks like they did sub out Wilt Chamberlain. So he doesn't get a play in crunch time right here. And Trae Young hits both free throws. Let's see what the Pelicans are going to do. No timeouts. They need a three-pointer to tie this game. Lonzo from 3. No good, but Zion with a huge putback. All right, here we go with the Hawks. Are they going to foul them? There we go. Finally, Pelicans foul them. I'm not sure why they took so long. Larry Bird at the free throw line bricks his first free throw, and his second one is good. So the Pelicans can tie here with a two-pointer, win it with a 3. Lonzo Ball, the half-court shot is no good, and the Hawks finally getting a game in this series. Hawks gonna pull out another game here, 3-2 now for the Pelicans, and the Hawks get another game. They tie it up 3-3. We're heading into a game number 7, and a super close game 7 right here. The Pelicans are up by 2 points right now. Wilt Chamberlain is in the game. Larry Bird is in the game as well, and Zion with a big dunk inside. Looks like Zion ended up being a pretty great NBA player, and his dunk looks like he has like a 103 overall dunk now. Here's Nasir Little with the 3, and he actually bricks that. Wilt Chamberlain with a nice rebound there. And a pass to Brandon Ingram, who drains the 3. And the Pelicans starting to pull away right here. And the Hawks going to go for the foul right there. I mean, could have got away with more and more possession. Lonzo Ball at the line, hits his first shot. And the second shot, no good. A 3 by the Hawks here would be huge. But they need to hurry along. And they've taken too long. They had a good chance at being able to play out the possessions. Here's Larry Bird, wide open from 3. And it's no good. Larry Bird choking the game right there. And the Pelicans are going to end up winning this one. I don't think Wilt Chamberlain is going to get MVP. Looking at the box score, Wilt Chamberlain ends up getting 14 and 9, so almost a double-double. But his stats aren't quite good enough to get that finals MVP, but he does get his first ring right there. Heading into our 6th season of simulation now. I'll probably do this and then one more in this video. And if you guys do want to see a part 3, then we'll keep on going. Michael Jordan up to a 99 overall though. Shaq's a 99 as well. Tim Duncan's a 97. Kobe Bryant's a 97. Larry Bird's a 97. LeBron's a 99. Magic's a 98. Kareem's a 99. Wilt Chamberlain up to an 87. So he's doing very well as well. The thing with 2K, when you simulate, they got like an unrealistic system where everybody just ends up being crazy good. Like you got like every team is like a 90 plus every single player. Everybody ends up doing really good. So the simulation kind of gets worse as you go on. And if we go over to all players here, I believe Bill Russell is out of the NBA. He's no longer in the league. So I don't think you can actually go back and look at players that retired last season. Okay, the shot clock is actually at 35 seconds now, which is really dumb. But yeah, I think Bill Russell is just out of the NBA, so that did not end up working out very well for him. I wish you could check out old players' stats and stuff like that, but unfortunately you can't. Checking out our all-star teams in our 6th season, Magic Johnson is going to be a captain. And then Michael Jordan, LeBron, Tim Duncan, and Kareem all going to be starting for his team. So all of our all-time players starters on Team Magic Johnson. And then for the reserves for his team, we got Shaq, Larry Bird, and Kobe Bryant. And then nobody is actually going to be on Team Giannis. So kind of funny that they all ended up on the same team. And we have 8 of our 9 remaining players. Wilt Chamberlain did not end up making the all-star team. Ja Morant ends up getting MVP this year. Stats weren't even too good at all. And he's also on the Grizzlies, who have Michael Jordan. So that's a little weird why he got MVP. Defensive Player of the Year yet again goes to Shaquille O'Neal. Checking out our All-NBA first teams, we got Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the first team. On the second team, we got Tim Duncan and LeBron. And on the third team, we have Michael Jordan. So looks like we got some new younger players coming into the league that are doing pretty well now. Defensive team, the first team, we got Michael, Magic, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. So all but one of our all-time players on this all-defensive first team. And all-defensive second team, we got LeBron James as well as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So checking out season stats, Magic Johnson was the league leader for scoring, and the scoring was so low this season. I'm guessing this is because they changed the shot clock to 35 seconds. I don't know why 2K always puts in these awful rules, but he only averaged 23.5 per game. Rebounds per game went to DeAndre Ayton. Assists per game went to Ben Simmons. Steals per game went to Magic Johnson as well. And then blocks per game went to Tim Duncan. Checking out the standings now in the East, LeBron James doing the best. We got Larry Bird in the playoffs again, Shaquille O'Neal, and Jordan and the Bucks end up doing awful, only getting 35 wins. Giannis still on the team and Jordan on the team, both 99 overalls. So that's a little weird. Eric Bledsoe is still playing. He's 36 now. Heading over to the West, we got Kobe on top with the Grizzlies. Wilt Chamberlain with the Pelicans with that 3rd seed. I believe Wilt is starting now for the Pelicans at an 87 overall. And then Magic and the Kings also making it. Kareem is barely not making the playoffs here. But let's see if one of our players can win yet another ring. So far, we got 2 players with rings. We got Wilt Chamberlain and Larry Bird. And Larry Bird is not going to be getting another ring, and neither is Wilt Chamberlain. Both of them losing into the first round of the playoffs. We still got LeBron James in here, though, as well as Magic Johnson. Let's simulate another round here and find out what ends up happening. And LeBron James going to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. And then we got Magic Johnson in the West. So we got two potential players that could make the NBA Finals right here. Let's see what ends up happening. LeBron James has been eliminated and Magic Johnson eliminated as well. So we're not going to have any of our players winning an NBA championship in the 6th season. Let's find out what happens in that 7th season. All right, so we're just going to check out anybody's overall really changed at all. Of course, Jordan's still at a 99. Shaq is now at a 99. Tim Duncan, 98. We got Kobe at a 98. Larry Bird at a 97. And I feel like everybody's kind of capping out at their top overall right now. Nobody's really improving. LeBron at a 99. Magic at a 99. We got Kareem at a 99. I mean, most of our players are at a 99. And then checking out the Pelicans, Wilt Chamberlain at an 87. So he's kind of fighting for that starting spot with Jackson Hayes. Wilt getting a little older now. But pretty much all the top players in the league, other than Giannis, is going to be our all-time players, as you can see right here. Let's simulate another season with these players. This is going to be the last season in this video. If you guys do want to see more, then of course smash that like button and let me know that you guys enjoy the video. Okay, for some reason I showed all the stats and everything for the 7th season, but my recording got deleted. None of our players ended up making it to the NBA Finals. We had Tim Duncan in the conference finals and Kobe in the conference finals as well, but each of them lost and the Thunder ended up winning the NBA Finals. Shaq ended up winning Defensive Player yet again, so he has won it 5 seasons in a row. And then for our all-star teams, we had Giannis as one of our captains, Magic Johnson, Tim Duncan, Shaq, and Kobe Bryant were all on Team Giannis. And then we also had Team Zion, who we had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Larry Bird all making it on that all-star team. And then finally, checking out our league leaders. In terms of points per game, it's still super low because of that rule change with the shot clock going up to 35 seconds, which is kind of just ruining the NBA. Our players are not doing nearly as good as they were doing when they were playing with normal NBA rules. Rebounds per game, Shaq ends up getting the most rebounds per game. Assists per game goes to Ja Morant. Magic was super close to getting first for that. Steals per game goes to Mikey Williams, and Magic Johnson actually tied him, but Mikey actually getting more total steals, so he is going to be the league leader for that. And then blocks per game ends up going to Shaquille O'Neal. So at the end of our 7th season, our players aren't doing as good. We got nobody winning rings anymore, nobody getting MVPs, but that's going to be it for this video. Before we end the video, I'm going to be putting all of our all-time players' notable stats on screen right now. So if you guys actually want to check out everything they've done in the first 7 seasons of being in today's NBA, then you can pause the video right now and kind of go through all of the stats. There's 2 different pictures with all of the stats on them. And this just kind of shows you which players are doing the best and where all of the players are at in their career. If you did enjoy it, make sure that you do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the